everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, what reportedly started as a controlled burn by a business spread into pallets and damaged a business building on the North I-30 service road just east of Sulphur Springs Friday afternoon. All available firefighters from around the county were requested to provide personnel and water support due to the heavy fire load of pallets and the extreme summer heat. Dispatchers were first notified at 1 p.m. Friday of the blaze at the pallet business. The office and second story of the business sustained heavy fire damage. Firefighters were hampered by the wind changing direction during the blaze. One member of the Sulphur Springs Fire Department was treated for what appeared to be a minor injury. The fire was the third one that county firefighters had to battle over 3 days. According to Charlotte Baxter, an administrator at Carriage House Manor Health and Rehab in Sulphur Springs, a local citizen reported that over the weekend she received 2 phone calls from a solicitor claiming to represent Carriage House Manor in the sale of First Alert pendants or necklaces. The citizen said her mobile phone showed Carriage House Manor as the caller ID. Afterward, the citizen called Carriage House and was told that they were not involved in the sale of this product by phone. Carriage House also said that they are not behind these calls, so buyer beware. A Sulphur Springs teen led police on a high-speed chase from Whataburger out to Loop 301 Saturday night. Police officers reported hearing a car rev up and then saw the vehicle's tires spinning during acceleration just before midnight Saturday night. Police attempted to stop the car, but it continued at a high rate of speed along the I-30 service road and on I-30. The vehicle finally stopped in the area of Loop 301. 16-year-old driver was taken into custody a few minutes after midnight Sunday morning. The youth was charged with reckless driving and evading arrest, and juvenile probation authorities and the juvenile's parents were contacted. In sports, the Lady Cats volleyball team finished 4th in an Edgewood tournament last Thursday and Saturday. After sweeping 3 games in pool play Thursday, the Lady Cats won 1 and lost 2 close matches on Saturday. I talked with Lady Cats volleyball coach Bailey Dorner Monday morning.
We had some great moments. We played some pretty tough competition, some good teams, and we looked well. We just also at times we just kind of fell apart and couldn't finish a game. So
I noticed, they can play really wonderful volleyball and then not so wonderful volleyball, even in the same set. Is that a concern, inconsistency, or does that just come with the volleyball team?
I mean, it just comes with the team, and especially like earlier in the season, they're still learning to work together as a team, and they've realized that, when things start to go south, we have to come together as a team and be able to work through those things and kind of regain the momentum, turn the game around, those kind of things.
Kind of slow starts on Saturday.
Yes, that first game, that first set, I was like, oh goodness, did we even get off the bus? But they turned it around. We pulled the win out, and then against Ch.18 in the second game, I thought we played really well. Even though we lost, they were good, but we showed up and we played pretty well. So
I didn't know they were a state champion from last year.
Yes, and they only graduated 1 girl from their team from last year, and they were good. And I'm actually hoping I can schedule a preseason game with them next year because they're just a good competition, a good team. It's a good thing for us to see is an athletic team that plays well together, that's scrappy. It just makes us better when we play those types of teams.
Now, we had some trouble in the 2 losses on Saturday where we were right in it, right at the end, and the other team just got the points. But it seemed like that's kind of the way this team is. They either get those points or don't get those points, but they play them really close.
Right. Especially in that second set against Edgewood when it was tied 22-22, I think, and then the last 3 just didn't go our way. And just, silly mistakes there at the end that just come from not being focused. If we're focused, then those points go the opposite way and we win the game. So
Who played well for you that you kind of stood out to the coach?
Sadie Washburn ended up being all tournament. She played well. We tend to go to her a lot, just she's just a powerhouse that can go around people. But I also was proud of Peyton Hammock. She worked through an infection. She was sick all weekend, still played her rear end off and pushed through. Brooklyn Burnside did well. She's a good block. But I think all the way around we played well. We lost Erica Van Bentham, rolled her ankle in practice, and so we had to move some people around. People were in spots that they're not used to playing, but they performed well. And I think everyone across the board did well.
All right. You've got Paris coming up, and that will be over there. Do you know much about them?
I haven't. I think I heard that they lost one of their key players, like first game of the season, tore up her knee or something. But it'll be JV varsity. We're starting at 4:30. But usually Paris is just a good, solid team all the way around. They can hit the ball well, and they're just good. So I'm excited about it.
The Wildcats and Lady Cats cross-country teams competed in a commerce meet on Saturday. We get results from cross-country coach Ross Hicks.
So we started out with the varsity girls at 7:45. So they added that race in this year, which was great for us. So there was 7 total teams. A couple of them didn't have full teams, so it was a little bit skewed, but we got 4th place out of the girls. Sydney Washburn was our senior. She's been leading us the last few years. She was 9th place overall, and then she was followed by Lainey Hurst, who was 12th place overall. So they both received medals and both had really good days. I was very, very pleased with what they did. Then following them was junior Mari Flecker, and then a couple of freshmen, Michaela Jimerson and Maddie Bridges, and to round out our top 5. We had 8 girls total run varsity, and for 6 of them, it was their first time to ever run a varsity race last week was so skewed that we can barely count that, but and some of them it was their first ever high school race. So 4 of them were freshmen, and 2 of them it was just their first time to run varsity. So it was a learning experience, but I was very proud of the way that they competed, and it takes time. That's why we race 7 times before district, so we can learn to race. And so I'm very happy with the way that they did, and very encouraged that I think we're going to have a really good season and just get better from here on the girls' side.
Guys.
And for the boys, we were again led by Christian Palomino, our senior. He was 9th place overall as well, and he had a good race. He'll tell you it was a large field. So in the girls it was just 5 and 6A, and then in the boys they had everybody in the same race. So there was almost 200 runners, and so it was just real congested. And so he didn't get out quite as fast as he wanted. He kind of got boxed in, so he didn't get out quite. But that's why we run these early season races, to learn. And so he ended up finishing 9th, but his time was quite a bit faster than this time last year. And he was followed by sophomore Jose Mejia, who also improved by almost a minute from last year's time. So it's very encouraging to see. And then they were followed by Camden Fuller, Evan Patrick, and 5th for us was actually a couple of younger guys that really did a good job to step up into those places. So I was happy. We're going to have some of those 3rd through 5th guys really need to step up at this point. We finished 11th amongst the 29 teams that were there. So last year we won this meet. So we know we have some work to do on the boys' side. We're not quite where we were last year, and we understand we're a younger team, we're a growing team, and I think it's a bit of a wake-up call that we've got to continue to put in the work, and I think we'll have some people step up. We had some really good JV. We have a lot of people really from the 3rd spot through about our 10th spot. They're all very close, so we have a lot of depth. So we just need a couple of those guys to really just step up and be leaders for us. With the top 5 counting, and I really believe that some of them they said, all right, coach, we're gonna get a long run in on Sunday, and we're gonna make sure that we earn that spot and maintain the standard that we've kind of set over the last couple of years. But overall it was a good day, and that's why we run these early season meets, is to learn where we are. So
You got Mineola coming up. Is that on Friday? Did
Yes,
I
sir.
understand that?
It is actually on a Friday. So, and I did that for a few reasons. I like Saturday meets, but we would have had about 7 in a row, and so just to give them a little break on, give them a weekend to kind of get away, and then we'll have, I think, every week after that in September we'll have a Saturday meet. So, so we'll compete. There should be a good, strong competition about like in Commerce, probably 5 or 6 other 5A schools to join us over there. So we're really looking forward to competing, and I really think the girls will continue to take that step up. And they're just being young, it's just exciting to watch and to see them learn how to race, learn just what they're capable of, and on the boys' side to see who steps up, to see who becomes those leaders, because on both sides we still have a chance to win district with both the boys and the girls, and that's our goal, and so we really know what we need to do to get there, and we're excited for Mineola on Friday.
The Saltillo Lions cross-country team took first place at a Union Grove cross-country meet on Saturday. Lion Garrett Tarver also finished first with a time of 17:06. In other Lions results, Dylan Beadle was 6th, Gunnar Tarver was 7th, Coy Collins took 8th, Beckham Hoover was 23rd, Jaden Holloway was 27th, and Andrew Redburn was 37th. The Saltillo Lady Lions also competed at that Union Grove cross-country meet. And for the Lady Lions, Christina Wade was 7th with a time of 14:06. Reagan Spear was 8th. Brianna Towell was 34th. Yadira Alonzo was 41st. Mackenzie Morris was 61st. Ophelia Cabrera was 84th. And Chandler Bain was 98th. And that's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for watching, and so long, everybody.
Hey, you guys, if I can have your attention for just a minute, please. I don't want to keep you any longer than what you're going to be, but I would like to introduce you to Judy Gillis and Janet Jordan. They have made a significant contribution to the Healthcare Foundation in order for us to provide this amazing women's center that's going to be here at Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Sulphur Springs. It will include our new 3D mammography machine. It will also include bone density as well as ultrasound. We are truly blessed by the two of you. Those of you who are from Sulphur Springs, obviously you knew Ruth and Jack Gillis. Ruth was one of my grandmother's dearest friends of all time. They were amazing people, did amazing things in our community, and their legacy will continue to live on forever here at our hospital. So I just want to say thank you so much for your contribution. We just all want to celebrate with you, and if you guys want to, I can show you where it's going to be, and it's going to be a beautiful place for women to come for all of their radiological needs. So, Mr. Harvey, did you want to say anything?
No, I just echo what Meredith said, and with these two fine individuals, and what it means for us as a community, and as we continue to grow the services, so we as patients in our own community can stay here in Sulphur Springs, and that's what it's part about. And I'm so thrilled to be able to just be a small part of this, and for what you guys have done on behalf of the community, the hospital, and your family. Thank you so much.
Jack, and as we were talking earlier, we think it's really important whenever people go into a facility that's named for someone else, they always want to know who it's named for. And so we will be placing this photo, or maybe a bigger one, we may blow it up and make it whatever, but anyway, and then it's going to have Ruth's favorite Bible verse underneath it, which is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We think that's very appropriate to have in a women's center, and so we will have this displayed beautifully once the women's center is complete for everyone to know who this family is and what a contribution they've made to our community. So once again, thank you guys very much. We appreciate you so much. So thank you.
Say something.
I'm just glad we can do this for Mother and Daddy. Yes.
It was neat. I'll just tell you, because they don't like to talk, but I will tell you that when we were having the conversation, the two of them just looked at each other and said, if only we could tell Mother and Daddy. And that just meant so much to me. And I told them, I said, we believe that they both are standing up in heaven, smiling down. They knew that you would do great things with what they left you, and you are. And we're just extremely grateful here at the hospital. So thank you very much.
doing? Good. Good. Hey, neighbor, how you doing? Good.